A recap of the hilarious moments in the Marvel Universe. Scene 1. Thor helped King Yaka defeat the invaders. As a token of gratitude, King Yaka presented him with 2 goats. Who would have thought that these intergalactic goats were actually walking sonic weapons? As soon as they boarded the spaceship, they went into the mode of a death metal concert. Their stereophonic and ear-piercing screams immediately drove Nebula crazy. But the funny thing is, these 2 goats actually seemed to understand what Thor was saying.
It's not, we can just use them for meat.
Scene 2. Avengers: Endgame presented the most subversive image of Thor. He formed the Cosmic Men's Alliance with Korg the Rockman and Meek the Bug. The daily routine of these 3 laid-back guys was to have beer and play games. When Korg was brutally killed in Fortnite, the mighty god of thunder actually switched on the voice intimidation mode. Just imagine how the Earth players on the other side would feel when they heard this. They might even be so scared that their game controllers would start vibrating.
Rip off your arms and shove them up your butt!
Scene 3. In the movie Avengers: Infinity War, when Gamora and Star-Lord were being lovey-dovey, Drax stood beside them. He accidentally made a sound, and even claimed that he had learned the invisibility skill. The reason why he thought standing still could make him invisible was that he learned it from Baby Groot. At that time, Baby Groot really liked to dance, but every time Drax turned around, he would freeze in place. Drax didn't have a high IQ to begin with, and in his eyes, an object that didn't move at all seemed to be non-existent. So he was inspired and thought that as long as he didn't move, he could become invisible. Scene 4. In Iron Man, since Tony Stark's armor was still in the research and development stage, it took off with a sudden catapult-like start, and he almost met his maker. The robot beside him thought Tony was on fire, and sprayed him with a fire extinguisher. Then, during the second experiment, Tony started to threaten the robot. Scene 5. Because Loki had tricked Thor several times using his doppelganger technique, the only way Thor could think of to tell if it was the real Loki was to throw something at him.
Ow.
Scene 6. In Avengers: Age of Ultron, Tony created Ultron, a robot that wanted to destroy the world. When Captain America learned that Ultron intended to create another robot, he helplessly commented,
You know, I really miss the days when the weirdest thing science ever created was me.
Scene 7. In Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, when Mantis first saw Rocket Raccoon, she thought he was their pet. So she asked Drax beside her, "Can I touch this cute little thing?"
Yes.
And then, Scene 8. When Tony traveled back in time, he seriously took a look at Captain America's buttocks for the first time and teased to the captain. It wasn't until he saw it for himself.
That is America's ass.